The Washoe tribe was the first to discover this area. For a long time, it was their secret. The scalding hot waters of Grover Hot Springs remained hidden below the Jeffrey pine trees and the stark mountains of Alpine County. But then explorer John Fremont and Kit Carson came along.
They pretty much, around 1844, they got stuck in bad weather in the Sierra Nevada, as a lot of people did back in the day. And, the Washoe people helped them out here.
This is what Grover Hot Springs looks like now. The secret is obviously out. Today, the 148-degree water is cooled down and pumped into a family-friendly pool.
But it's probably going to be hotter than you're going to want to touch. I'm not touching it.
Yeah, you can feel that coming off there. Grover Hot Springs is now a state park just outside of Markleeville, California. But if you ask park interpreter Hillary Collier, this hot springs hasn't lost all of its secrecy.
So when people say, Markleeville, where is that? I usually tell them it's, the greater Tahoe area.
6 different hot springs percolate out of what now is called Hot Spring Valley. It's a beautiful area with cascading creeks, scenic hiking trails, and stunning mountain views. The valley was discovered and rediscovered by many settlers, but there's one family that really made this place famous.
Yeah, the Grover family, their descendants are still in this area, and they do visit the park regularly.
I think it was right up over there.
No, I had a lot of it.
By pure luck and some divine happenstance, I ran into the Grover family, who had just located the grave of their great-great-grandfather, Alvin Merrill Grover.
So he was born in 1892 back in West Gardner, Maine. Wait a minute, this can't be right. Died 1892.
Alvin Grover ended up at the hot springs in the 1860s during the Silver Rush. At the time, he was just 14 years old.
Came up with the idea, look, there's all these migration going on just down the valley. Let's go down with our wagons and ferry people up here to go to the hot springs.
Alvin Grover eventually bought the hot springs, and later he built a motel in Markleeville, which is still standing today.
2 families when he got here. Within a couple years, there was like 2,700 people living in this area.
The Grover family helped build Alpine County. In fact, they helped break away from El Dorado County to become their own county. Alvin and his son, Charles, each held the position of sheriff at one time.
So it got to be known as the Grover Hot Springs, because Alvin was the guy that really promoted it and everything.
The Grover family maintained ownership of the hot springs up until the 1900s. Property changed hands a few times before California State Parks purchased it in 1958. You guys don't have like a season pass? They don't let you in?
Nothing.
You kidding?
When we say we're the Grovers, and they say, that's nice, here.
They go, that's so great, $10.
Yeah.
Grover Hot Springs is definitely not a secret anymore, but it would seem word of the warm waters is still kind of hush-hush. You see, Alpine County is still the smallest and least populated county in California. So if you're watching this, don't tell anyone. From the warm waters of Alpine County, I'm John Bartell. Hope to see you on the Backroads.